السلام عليكم شباب، كيف الحال؟ معكم اخوكم محمد. والحين معاي لاعب ويسترن وولز مان كاتس here with me participating in Kuwait World Tour. I will ask him several questions regarding the tournament. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you for interviewing me. It's definitely nice to be back. Super nice, you know. I came before for Kuwait Battle Royale, which was my first time to Kuwait, and you know, this being my second time within 3 months, I think, something like that. It's a pleasure to be here, and you guys are amazing hosts.
Thanks, you are the amazing one. What do you think about this tournament?
Well, I mean, yeah, you guys have, the guys here have really looked after us, all the international players, and they're really about having fun and enjoying, you know, the tournament, and really making effort to make us as comfortable as possible, and couldn't really ask for more, to be honest.
That's good. This is the first tournament happened like this level.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that many top Japanese players, Justin Wong from America, Xian from Singapore, obviously the level is really high here. So that's great that you've managed to secure that many, you know, that many top players under one roof.
Especially you.
I do what I can. But yeah, so, you know, and it's like, and it's a brilliant thing for the people of the Middle East to have an opportunity to come together and be with players that actually they would never have a chance to meet normally, you know, so that's a really unique thing, I think.
Okay, can you tell me, what do you think about the level of Arab players in fighting game?
Well, to be honest, I've always been quite impressed with the passion. You guys are very passionate about fighting games. You know, you guys, you take it very seriously, and it means something to be strong, to be good, you know, and I really appreciate that. Because aside from the ideal sort of wish of being the best, there's also this importance that you place in being around each other, in that you're sharing this passion together, and I kind of, if anything, hold that dearer than actually being the best, you know, because you can be the best at something, but that's not going to, you know, give you satisfaction in a complete sense. I mean, I value people over sort of self-desire any day. I mean, do you know what I mean? I think long term, if you look at, you know, the things that are done in this world, it's about people. When people come together is when things happen. Doing things alone, yeah, that might help you out, but I think when you share a joy, when you share a glory or victory, it means a lot more. And that's why prioritizing the community is where you'll maximize what you can get out of it.
That's the important.
Instead of personal interest. Yeah.
That's the important, sharing the game with other people.
Yeah.
That will make it more fun.
Yeah, of course. So back to the original question of what I think about the level here. I think the passion is why you guys grow, why you guys get better. And the top, I've noticed that Kuwait seems to be the leading country for Street Fighter 4 high-level gameplay. And inside the top players, I really like Nox. I think he's a good player. I'm a Guy fan. I like Guy. I used to main Guy on Super. So I always like watching Guy players, and I appreciate, you know, how hard he is to use and stuff at high level. So I think Nox is really good. Ganoon is very good too. Aziz is very good. Man is good too. So you have your players. You have your top players. You have your lineup of kind of the Kuwait, sort of like the Kuwait pro level. You know, you have those players too. So that's good. And on Tekken, I think Saudi Arabia are the best in the Middle East. I've been told. So, you know, you have like an area that specializes in a specific fighting game. And yeah, I think the level is very good. I know that because in comparison to like America or Europe, where they have bigger communities, I think that the level here is really, really good because you don't have that many players. So your character knowledge might be limited in comparison to an area that has more variety of opponents. So with that said, I think you guys do really well, because when I'm in Japan, you know, I try to go to Japan maybe once a year or so. I meet with the Kuwait players there because they also go for SBO, Super Battle Opera Tournament. And when I watch them play in the arcades, they do very well. They beat a lot of the top players in Japan, and that's impressive wherever you're from. So yeah, I got a lot of respect for the players here, and they're all amazing guys.
As you said, the only problem that we are used to specific characters.
Right. But this is something that's global. This is a global problem. I mean, you're not going to have any country that has, even Japan, have their character holds between players. I don't think there's any single player that knows every single matchup as well as each other. There are always holes in an individual's knowledge, which kind of is just something we have to deal with on a personal level. You know, you have to make sure that if you're planning to attend an event, and you know if that you're prepared, for every matchup. And I know that's easier said than done, but as a mindset, you should try to work like that. So what you can use though is each other. You know, you can try to sub a character where you just play a character in order to give your community experience. Yeah. So I'll like to use a sub character, you know, in my weekly tournaments, because that way players around me get experience against that character. They get to know what they have.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah. So if you have 10 players, try a new character once a month. If you're already bored of what you're doing with each other, you know, with the character matchups that you have, and you know he does this here, you know all the mix-ups between you. Make it more interesting. Have like a tournament, a fun tournament where everyone has to use a new character. So you schedule it like you organize that you'll have a tournament in a month. So every player, all your 10 guys, have a month to train up that new character, and it's also about your effort then, because who puts in what effort in that space of time. Yeah. So and it doesn't matter if you don't get to like a really high level, but even having an idea, just knowing the basic punishes, even these things can really enhance your knowledge in character matchups.
Gaining experience.
Yeah, and also getting the feel for a character. If you actually use a character, that can help you when you're fighting that character, because you know what they need to look for, you know what meter they need for what options, and stuff like that. It really helps.
Yeah. That's our strategy to make. That's
very and it's actually fun. You make the game more fun when you explore, and I think that's always good. Always good.
Last question. If there is, in future, if there is another...
No, I'm never coming again. No, I'm just kidding.
Why? You are happy to have you.
I was just kidding. Were you going to say if there is an event in the future? Sorry, I cut you off. Sorry.
Yes, you will be here.
I would love to come again. I mean, yeah, it will be a pleasure to come back if you have me.
Inform me, because I will come if you will come. If you are not coming, I will not come.
Oh, come on, that's too
I'm happy to see you, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It's nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too.
But yeah, I love you guys. I love you guys. The food is great too, and the events are great too. So yeah, I'll definitely be back.
Inshallah, we'll see you in any other tournament. Okay,
great.
thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.